Today, I wanted to make a video. I wasn't going to make a video originally. I was really uncertain if I should pursue that today. I didn't have any makeup on. I wasn't ready in any which way to make a video because typically I'm finding now that I really enjoy letting this be kind of like a stream of consciousness type of thing, and then when I feel it, that's when I come on and that's when I record. But I wasn't feeling it. And in general, I wasn't feeling anything at all. I was feeling very stuck in my brain. Like I just kept wanting to find distractions. I kept wanting to go on my phone. I was feeling really yucky. Like my body was feeling kind of sad. And I didn't feel like I had the energy to do anything. And then I was like, why? What am I avoiding, first of all? And is it that bad, really? And what if I just got ready instead? Do our makeup instead? Just something really nice. Something that would be a nice treat for ourselves today, since we're not feeling that great, we're not feeling that energized. I did that, and the entire time, I didn't think my makeup looked very good. And then when I finished, I was like, oh damn, hold on, I think it does look kind of good. I decided to start doing this, and I decided to start making a video. Start making a video. But I also wanted to come on here and channel a little bit, and I thought we could do a reading together because I think there's something really interesting today that has come up for me in this sense of like being seen. And I think that's always a thing that comes up all the time for everyone on this earth. I really couldn't get it out of my head because I just keep getting things everywhere, left and right, being like, you should be putting yourself out there for everybody to see. And I am like, that is the scariest thing I think I could possibly be doing at this time and moment right now. And everything keeps coming back to, you just kind of have to do it. I just had to stop being a little bit hard on myself. So let's do a reading. I wonder if this theme of being seen is going to be something that is relevant for us today. I think I'd like to maybe just say, like, what are we in general, and maybe you who are watching this, what are we all kind of collectively feeling right now that we can maybe chat and talk about? If this is you, I'm seeing the kiss at the bottom of the deck. That's romantic. Please don't come for my shuffling skills. These are really hard to shuffle. I go off with the spicy card. The spicy card comes out, and la da da. The destroyer. We get in our own ways a lot. There is this wolf with 2 coins in this circle. We get in our own ways a lot. I think that's been coming up for me in the way that I have all of these ideas popping out all the time, and you might have those ideas popping out all the time, and you want to take action. And then the moments where it's like, okay, you want to take action, there is like this horrible little feeling in the stomach about that thing that we need to do in order to just start, and it feels like so crushing almost that it almost physically hurts to do that. And it's like, oh, that's discomfort, and I'm just being really intense about it. I'm just being really intense about discomfort. Discomfort really will, I think, destroy you sometimes. Your comfort will force you to destroy yourself, but in like a not necessarily heavy way. I think it can be in a really reborn, relieved kind of way. Like everything, I don't have to worry about this. Like, how beautiful is that? Card. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. Saturn, these 2 pentacles, these beautiful flowers, and the yin and yang. It's very abundant, and what can happen when you find this balance between constantly being in a comfort zone and pushing yourself and being kind to yourself in the process. Like, you have 2 sides right now. And I feel like maybe this is what's coming up for me. It's like there's this side that is so completely honed in to protect you to the point of not letting you move on from things, not letting you come out of a victim mindset, not letting you come out. So there is the side that nurtures, that protects, that can almost feel like it's strangling us a little bit. This aspect of comfort of you're safe here. I feel this kind of bubble of we're trying desperately to break out of that, and it feels so like almost impossible to break through that, but it is possible to break through that. And you don't have to break it by this horrible force of abandonment of yourself out of fear of doing something that's really uncomfortable and scary, and or being seen, right? Like any of those things that like you know you need to do in order to get X, Y, and Z, or in order to, you know, kickstart those things that you're actually wanting to do on this earth. Like you kind of have to do that, and you have to break out of that comfort zone in what is hopefully a really gentle way. I think once you come out of it and you start doing the action and you just put yourself in this moment of, I can take up space and I can take up room and I can take up my own time without it necessarily being a detriment to your productivity or what you're supposed to be doing or what you think you're supposed to be doing. And I really do want to tie this back to glamour magic, because how does that connect? There's a overall overlapping feeling of avoidance that comes with the destroyer, that comes with that aspect of ourselves when we don't really think that we can do something, that we believe in ourselves to do something. And it's this force that is constantly pulling at us and pulling at us and pulling at us. And it feels terrifying, but then once you uncover it and once you let yourself know that it's safe, what ties everything together is love. How does it all relate is the destroying feeling of not taking action is what is destroying you. That feeling of comfort is suffocating you to the point where it's like, I desperately feel like I need to destroy this now. You need to pop that bubble. You need to get out of this ring of comfort because it physically can feel like your soul is like so painfully like trying to get out of there. With this Two of Pentacles, there's the other side. And the other side is your inner critic. It's the part of the self that is so incredibly hard on us. It's that Saturnian kind of pull, right, towards action and how it should feel. And there's this harshness and directness, and you can't change your mind, and it feels so authoritative. When we allow it to come, like pull that perfectionist aspect out of us. That's why people burn out, because it's like we're being pulled, and it's so intense and it's so heavy, and there's so much at stake. And then we finally allow it to kind of like pull it down. We find another breaking again, but then sometimes we run back to comfort because that was really a lot, and we poured a lot of ourselves, and we were unsure and uncertain and scared the whole time, and everything felt really intense and heavy. And that's why we burn out, because there's no room for us to take a breath, a moment of relief, a moment of, I can be observant with what I'm doing, and I can be observant with everything that's going on around me. And that's where the balance in the Two of Pentacles comes in, because it's the other approach of merging the two of those energies together, of the nurturing and the authoritative, and having gentle boundaries that we set for ourselves in order to expand, in order to grow. And it's showing up in small ways for yourself. And in small ways, sometimes it can feel like you have to completely 180 your life and you have to completely turn around. No, that is the aspect of Saturn and those aspects that get pulled out of us when we feel like we need to be perfect about everything. You don't need to be perfect about everything. Nothing is perfect, and yet everything is. And that's exactly why you shouldn't worry about needing to be perfect, because you're part of the everything that's perfect already. So choose to follow this kindness in your heart and the kindness that wants to lead you to a life that you want to lead, a life that shows up for yourself. In this moment, for example, today where I was feeling really sad and I was feeling really yucky, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to make a video today because I feel like it's not going to come out authentic. And I really, again, only want to record when I feel like I'm speaking to the authenticity. Can somebody tell me, do I look here or do I look at myself? Do you feel more comforted? Will somebody tell me, just kindly, please be nice. I am really new to this YouTube thing and taking videos of myself in general. So let me know how I can improve. But be kind, please. I ask. Tap into the kind leading aspects of ourselves, like the leader that we have within ourselves that think about the kind of world you would want to build for yourself. And not even just for yourself, I think for like the world in general. Like all of the heaviness that we feel in our hearts and all of the heaviness that we feel in everything in our own lives, in our own minds. I think we can start to lift that and we can start at it from a place of how we can lead and how we can serve and what we have already and being authentic with what we have and who we are. And I think that's why when I do these videos is because I feel like I'm walking a path of really trying to connect to the most inner part of myself that is rooting for me, that is wanting everyone in my life to find that peace, to find that beauty, to find that love that palpitates through everything. And that's why I think it's really important for me to do these, because I feel like I can like and and like say things and have them be carried to the wind, and maybe somebody will catch that and say, hey, thank you. I don't really feel that alone anymore after that. So that's what I'm trying to build here. I really want to build that in this YouTube channel and beyond that, like go beyond that and do a little community, and we can do poetry and we can do readings and we can do all sorts of stuff. But I just want to get this out there first to know who's kind of been feeling this way and to know that peace is coming. There's a Florence and the Machine song called And Love in her latest album, and I think everyone should listen to it and let it be an open prayer about what could come and what could be near if we listen and we choose to release and tap in and support and love and help. I hope that you're feeling this, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. It's been a pleasure, and thanks for joining me. And thank you so much.